in the past. But here today, it's back to the bacon and eggs games, and they've got to take care of this to keep in touch with the Royal Whites of Real Madrid.
Iniesta waiting it well, looking for Messi, but it meets Pedro on the volley, and he just sends it over. Alexis taking the deflection and just missing high.
Well, he tracks it beautifully and catches it sweet. Gets nodded up and not too far by Arribas. He adjusts his gyroscope, and look at that, that ain't too far, but nicely contained as well by Andrés Fernandez. And we were talking about that situation coming into this game. It's got to be the best kept secret in all of world football, where Victor is going to end up. Look out.
Mascherano beaten to the ball, making a strong run inside.
Oh!
Low goes Valdez, and on the rebound, it's knocked home.
Oh.
But it's not going to count. Armenteros handcuffing the Barcelona keeper, and Riera taps it in.
Armenteros absolutely lights it up here with a sizzler towards Victor, and he is going crazy. Take a look. He's onto it here beautifully. Quejedo holds it up and then plays this ball back nicely for the spank that is absolutely wicked, but that's offside, as you see.
Álvaro Seguro drawing the defense. There's the Twitter handles. Share your thoughts.
Great ball.
Pedro will take the spin. One man in the middle.
Passes on if he can find him.
Messi drops to the spot. Pedro feeds to the top. It's Xavi.
Well
Can't
played.
get the shot away.
Beautiful.
Now wide for Alexis. Alexis early. Messi in. Pedro taps. It's knocked into the corner, and Barcelona's in front.
Genius. Pure genius from Messi. The sharpness. Take a look at this. He could run along this a razor blade and not cut himself. That's the wonderful balance that'll be displayed here, and it's a team goal. It's not just because of the Artful Dodgers' magisterial touch. Look at these passes as they knit them together, as they put their passing movement together better than a Lego set. Magic here from Pedro. He bamboozles his defender. It's a considerate touch for Xavi, who puts another defender on his back like a turtle. The ball's fed beautifully from Alexis Sánchez, but look at this touch. Softer than a mother's kiss from Messi. Watch this. It's unbelievable. He takes it past the defender, who is basically down into his shorts, and then caresses it. Softer than a snowflake falling on a bank of snow. That's as much as you can see it. That is astonishing awareness from Messi.
So in his 350th start for...
Right pass at the right time. For goals like that, Phil, that is pure Barcelona.
Here he comes again. It's Iniesta. Messi.
Touch.
Alexis with the chip that just goes high.
Brilliant from Iniesta here. Again, it always falls to Messi at the point. And again, look at this delicate, exquisite touch from Messi. And he's got to do better. Fernandez comes out and opens up like a... There's a wonderful touch to send it in for the first goal, but that was nearly
the 18,
what a
Messi.
pass.
Busquets blindly to Iniesta, to the 18, wide for Alba. Give and go.
Superb.
He's open in the middle and tucked to the corner. Alexis.
Again, the angles are down better than isosceles, and the passes are played like an orchestra plays a passage of Mozart. Orchestral movements finished off by the violin that is Alexis Sánchez. And once more, Osasuna's defense goes missing in the Bermuda Triangle that is Camp Nou. Wonderful passing. Radiant starts out by you-know-who. Holds it on the pivot. Busquets plays it to Iniesta. Wonderful give, go, get, pass, bingo. Again, Iniesta casting his stardust magic over every pass. It looks so simple. It looks so deadly. Radiant. It's all one touch at the end.
There's of space. Now they'll drop it back.
Early ball from Busquets.
Iniesta has a go to the far corner. Oh, a masterpiece from St. Andres.
The bravura goal that is studded with diamonds. Amazing strike. Barcelona again, and Iniesta, where the insane becomes the predictable. You could expect the hit, but do you expect it to find the net with this accuracy and power from that little jewel? This Kuno diamond of a footballer. Again, look at the passing. Dani Alves and Alexis Sánchez, beautiful. Buzi plays the ball early and then banjo. Good night, Vienna. Beautiful touch from Busquets. Plays it into him. They're back off of him. They're back off of him, making the sign of the cross on their chests, and that one is absolutely hammer-blowed home. Wonderful, wonderful, ultra-potent hit. And that hit will absolutely make the tulips droop. Astonishing.
Chance for Alves. Oh, and what a stop by Andres Fernandez, or it would have been 4.
Said he was good coming into the game. He's not had any chance with the goals. But this one is a little bit too directly towards him. The Brazilian hitman cannot take a leaf out of this book, because there's only one, Iniesta, but Danny says if he can top it all game, and a lot of that times, Phil, when Busquets is on the high notes, it's ominous news for the opposition.
And it's Pedro deflecting off Messi, but the flag had come up. Looks like they're trying for double digits.
An absolute party here, Barcelona. An absolute party that this crowd is just enjoying. Look at this. There's more flair in this team than a 1970s high school reunion. Astonishing football again. It kind of put the Blaugrana cherry on the cake. Abracadabra, but good last-ditch tackling right in the death there by...
Inside. Alba spinning. Pedro cuts to his left and just on the wrong side of the post. That would have been a career goal.
Well, he smiles through it and grimaces, but this would have been his magnum opus goal. Wonderful spinning. Tries to send Loites the wrong way. Loites ain't buying any of it. Watch as he comes across. He tries to stick with him and put him off, but Pedro tries to go for the tightest angle.
Messi makes the defense disappear. Back to Messi in the 6 and to the back of the net. Oh, what a masterpiece from Messi.
It's nothing less than a meteoric shower of skill. Amazing again. The setup is divine, and Messi's eye for goal, Phil, would make a Cyclops very, very jealous. Take a look at this stardust footballer. Here's the first one, Iniesta, but then the wonderful, divine Messi cascades through the clashing rocks of the defenders and then holds for the exquisite moment. The beautiful interplay between them, and then the climax, the wonderful climatic, orgasmic goal between these two footballistas, and it's a shuddering climax that absolutely brings a beautiful smile to Iniesta's face. There's no space, and he don't care. Astonishing skill here. He rides off, he uses the players as buffers, holds off players 3 times his size and weight, holds his balance. On Sunday, with this wonderful integration, bamboozling, defying in every capacity.
.370. In my mind, one of the great things out of it. One-on-one and
pass.
fighting through, keeping his feet. Pedro.
Needs his help.
Two in the middle to defend. Sends it across. It is Messi who chips it over a gaping net.
Amazing from Victor Valdez. It's the other side of the pitch. He should be sticking his stomach because this pass from Victor Valdez was out of his book. Wonderful launch. Take a look at this. That's an intentional weapon that is in the feet of Victor. And he releases the hounds. Pedro turns and sees the late arriving galloping horse that is Messi, bouncing, hopping ball. And wonderful attack by Ant. You've got to trust him.
Messi at the top of the box, and it's slapped around to safety. What a save by Andres.
Again, it's an easy save, Phil. It truly is. It's directly at him. Take a look. The ball comes in. Messi gets plenty of power, but it's right at the goalkeeper. A little bit more height would have been the challenge, but Messi scuffs it. And that's...
At least these headaches come with 3 points. Wide Tello, it's on his shooting foot. Can't quite get around. Second effort. Oh, he is back. Tello makes it 5.
And it's a goal that would make Barbara Walters cry, this one. Beautiful steering. The first shot is inviting. And he says, nah, I think there'll be a better bus coming soon. He hesitates for that wonderful split-second decision. This is a player that's called off the bench. The bright future of Barcelona continues. Here he holds, hesitates right there, and then turns and whiplashes this ball. The hesitation right there is magnificent, and then he takes all of the angles, minutes and seconds of the azimuth into account, and then look at this. It's bending way away from the upright, and then it ends up having the curvature of Jessica Rabbit. Beautiful strike.
That's as many as they lost all of last season.
Magic.
It's Alves into the center. It is Messi with an easy tap. Alves puts the paint on the palette, and it's Messi who puts the final touch on the canvas.
Type of performance again tonight, waiting in the shadows, but then he jumps out like the big werewolf he is. He's beautifully set up by his teammates, and the Brazilian is magisterial. Dani Alves is magic here. Wonderful. He's like a wonderful magical clown. He just keeps pulling more and more out of his pocket, the great Messi. But look at this for a heavenly touch in a setup. Superlative from Dani Alves, and Messi knows where his bread is buttered, and it's Dani Alves with the big knife, spreading it thick and smooth. What a touch. And then the pass off a hopping ball. He knows Messi can magnetize it like a magnet with iron filings, even though it's hopping to him. It's speed. Look at that touch. A big velvet cushion tied around Leo's left foot, and they go back.
Alves, who's been phenomenal. Again, it's Messi. Messi inside. Pedro, and a deserved 7th.
Great setup again. Dani Alves and Messi are Heckle and Jekyll. And when it comes into Pedro, he gets his big, beautiful Blaugrana cape out and goes ole. As all of this crowd do. They salute the warriors of Osasuna in Loites and Loe, in Arribas and in Fernandez. But like a brave, beautiful bull that comes into the ring, they get the blades inserted time and time again. Wonderful hesitation from Dani Alves. Messi sees the onrushing Pedro and screws it back in between Damia and Loites. Uses his rear view mirror. Astonishing. And then a lovely tuck away home. But a combination of scintillating skill, and Messi says, do you want to dance? The feet continue to dance.